is a swinging S station in Buffalo, the big WUFO.
Okay, Thelka. Well, for starters, take us back to
1961.
1961, the first time you heard about WUFO, and talk to us about how you got into it. You can talk as long as you want.
I just decided I wanted to be in radio, and at that time we was on Cayuga Road out Williamsville, and I began to work, and Jim Corn was the manager, and my son come on, and Jerry B., Gary Bird, Kelly Carson, all of us, we worked as a family. We was one and all, and Claudia Ewan, she was our secretary. And we had a lot of fun because we even had breakfast out there in Cayuga Road. The WUFO missionaries, they had that group. I got their pictures. We had a very good unity going, you know. Everybody loved one another with no big U's and no little me's, you know. It's just plain old WUFO. And I'm so happy that I'm still living. The Lord let me live to November. I'll be 80 years old. So I'm still in the community. I've been writing for the Challenger 47 years. And it's been lack of few times, but I just thank God that He gives me the strength and the courage to always try to pull somebody up by the bootstrap and put them, you know, let them know that this is not the only thing. You're not, you know, it's just, you can be what you want to be, and you can be good what you want to be. So it's just a blessing that I'm still here, and the radio station is doing great. I just enjoy it and listen to the gospel music. And when I left, I was doing jazz for Audrey and Bells. I've been around, and I thank the good master that gave me the strength and the courage to help somebody be in the community. And we used to give out radios for people so they could, you know, stick and shut in that wasn't able to come out. We just did miracles. And it just something you just don't go there and say, I'm in WUFO and I'm the big U. It's everybody is family. That's what you love, to be and love one another and come together so that we can promote the community, because we're black and we want to be upright and show that we do know you. Ain't no, like I said before, no big U's and no little me's. They're all on one accord. And thank you. I think so. And I'm in my family, and then I'm in the different organizations, and they always supported me. Whatever we had, we packed the house. So that was just a blessing too. We had back home hours. They used to have choirs I took out. Take this like you're doing now, and I would take them in churches, and I used to broadcast from churches. I'm just well known for doing something for the community, and I'm just grateful. I'm certainly grateful. Cayuga Road was upstairs on facing a funeral home on the other side. It was no black out that way. It was all white, but they would bring me coffee up and donuts, because I came on at 5:30. And I would put the meters on, everything, and then when I had any problems, I would call an engineer, and I know how to transfer the transmitter so that we don't lose no airtime. And we had quite a few ministers and churches on. You know, they was back in those days, they was bring your dollar and bring your money and you're going to get healed and all that, you know. But you just have to do what you got to do, you know. And it just ran over good. It was just a big success. It was the first really black radio. First one. Now the other ones coming on, they're struggling, but you know, I'm pushing my that's my pet, WUFO. Yeah, you just had so much fun doing that, and it's just a pleasure, and thank you for coming into my home and taking time out. And I've been so excited, I've been up since 6 o'clock. I was the one to sign the radio on. I went and I learned. Sonny Jim Kelsey was, I was going doing public service announcements. We were all he was doing my fashion show. This is how it all got started. And he said to me, how would you like to talk on the radio? I said, I can't do that. He said, be out to the station. Be there at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And I went out there, and Sonny had me going into the little room. I think it's still the, Cayuga Road it was. And he said, go over the announcements. And I said, oh, Sonny, I can't do that. I can't do that. He said, yes, you can. So I started reading the announcements, started doing public service announcements first. And then I was there about 3 months, and he says, I'm going to show you how to cue records. So then I would go and I would cue. You hear that little click, you hear that little click. He did that for about 3 months. He says, you're on your own. I said, oh no, I can't do it. He said, yes, you can. And that's how I got started. I talked to Sonny's wife yesterday. She called me. She lives in Maryland. We still, clean together. But that's how it all started. He started me, Sonny Jim Kelsey.
Okay.
He's expired now, too.
Okay.
But it's just a blessing that I'm just so grateful, I can talk about it. And how, like I said, we was the WUFO missionaries, and they worked for the sick and shut in. And they would give them, like Easters, we would get baskets, and it was just so much fun going into the community, helping the needy. It's one thing to be a radio announcer, but then it's another thing to be humble. Don't be so high. You got to go high, you got to come down. And be loving, be kind, and that's where you draw people that way. You can't draw people by angry and roughing and I'm the big Q and you're going to do what I said. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. I just love being myself.
Right.
Like I always look at the Bible say, come humble before you stone the grace, and he'll look down and have mercy on you. And he just guided me. He just guided me into going into radio. He just guided me. I just don't know. I don't know. But he's a wonderful maker, and I was going in there 5:30, no black in that neighborhood at all. And then we finally moved to LaSalle. But we started at 13 Cayuga Road, upstairs. And I had to go way in the back and turn the transmitter on. But it was just God was with me. God was with me. It's just a miracle, and I can live to tell it,
So talk to me about Jerry Bledsoe.
Oh, Jerry and I, we worked together because Jerry was renting an apartment from me at 515 Jefferson. And Jerry was doing the day shift. And we had to go down there and knock on the door, put my son, that's in radio now, put him through the window to get Jerry up to be on the station on time. Hey, he was good. I got some tapes of him. I think you got some tapes too. Okay. We played some when we last August, I think. I was out there for something. They gave me an award, and they played Jerry's voice. Mm-hmm. I got a lot of tapes up in the attic too. I got tons of tapes because when we moved from Cayuga Road, Jim Corn told me to take the tapes, like all the churches and all. And I'd go up there and get them one day, but I brought them home. All those tapes with the ministers, they would tell you, bring $1, and they would get healed and all that. But that was their thing,
Do you have any tapes of, like, Jerry Bledsoe? Or
yeah, I got some of them.
Did you know Frankie Crocker?
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Crocker.
Frankie Crocker was really the morning man first. He started first at WUFO. But Frankie... he was the women's, they were crazy about Frankie Crocker. His mother was named Frances, and she named Frankie after her. And they moved to California, and I think that's where Frankie died at. But Frankie was the first model at WUFO. He was just on. The girl just had a fit over him. And he went out and Jerry, he would always marry. So he got to marry everybody. If he caught a girl in a couple of months, he going to marry the girl. And they going to get along. Then I said, Jerry, don't be married. But we had a lot of fun.
Now, did Jerry and Frankie ever work together?
Yeah. Jerry come on behind Frankie.
So talk to us about your son, Double D.
My son, he's I would take him and Sabrina to the radio station to take my dedication, and they used to argue. Now, Dwayne was about 9. Well, Dwayne was 9. Dwayne was about 13 years old, and I'd get them up at 5:30 in the morning and drive to WUFO. And even when the city was shut down in '77, I was the only one who got to WUFO and signed it on. I just told the Lord to let me get there, and Reverend Jones had rented the apartment for me. He seen me out there shoveling snow, and he came out there and helped me shovel snow to get out.
Talk to us about Chuck E. T.
Oh, Chuck E. T. Chuck E. T. was number one. Chuck E. T. had women, and he married. I seen his wife a couple of weeks ago. But Chuck E. T. went to Las Vegas, I think. Yeah, that's where Chuck E. T. died at. But Chuck E. T. was good. All of us is good. Like I said, we was all family. I got pictures of Chuck E. T.
Do you have any tapes of Chuck E. T. or like
Chuck E. T. Chuck E. T. was in there. He was doing 77, 78, 79. He was there. Didn't Kelly Carson come in?
Talk to us about Kelly Carson.
Kelly Carson, I don't know where Kelly is now, but Kelly Carson, he was doing jazz when I was doing jazz for Orgies and Dale, and then Kelly Carson and Bobby Bennett. Oh, it was a group, but I would go to the station at 5:30 and they wouldn't even come and relieve me. I'd be there to sign on and sign on, but I was dedicated. No, they would mess me up. They wouldn't come and relieve me. But I didn't give out. I just stayed there and took care of the station, but all those boys, all those men, they touched in my life. You know, I can just look back and the memories is there. Thank goodness.